Hey there, it's Missy again. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today's layout is for the Hip Kit Club, and this is another layout using the 2016 February Hip Kits. And I'm scrapping this black and white picture of me and my sister and my mom, and it's just one of those crazy moments. We were taking selfies waiting for a concert, and yeah, it's just one of those where everyone's making a silly face. And so I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to be using a couple of the Project Life cards that I've already kind of picked out there, and this really pretty pink paisley polka dotted pattern paper. The polka dots are different color. It's really, really pretty. So I'm going to use some white gesso here just to kind of cover a little bit of the paper because I'm going to do some mixed media work here. And I'm going to start with the shimmers that come in the color kit this month. This is the Creamies, and the color is called Ride the Tide. And I'm using my water brush. And I'm just going to stick some on some plastic packaging here. This is a really pretty light blue color. And I'm just going to start with this. I'm going to add some different things as I go. The water brush is really good because you can just squirt a little bit of water into the container and swish it around, and you're going to go ahead and activate it pretty quickly because when you get that paint, it's dry and hard, so you have to activate it with water. Now you can actually squirt a lot of water in there and let it sit, and your color is going to be a lot thicker and darker the longer you let it sit, and the thicker it gets. And so I'm just kind of getting some light blue started here. I know the bulk of my design is going to be in the middle, so I want to kind of put all of my color to the sides. Now this also came in our color kit this month. This is the yellow lemon drop dazzlers, and I'm just going to stick my finger in there. I'm not going to use it as a texture paste this time. I'm going to use it as a paint, and so I'm just putting it on the plastic packaging. Now it's a lot thicker, so it's not going to do exactly like the paint because you know, it's thicker. But you can still water it down and you can use it as paint. It just depends on how much you have on there. I put a little too much on the plastic, and so it was still kind of thick. And I probably should have added more water, but I like the fact that it's kind of bumpy on the paper. And I just mainly wanted some yellow color there. Now this is another product from my stash that's from Shimmers. It's a Vibes, and it's called Glorious Day. And it's a really pretty golden yellow. And so I'm just adding a little bit of that in. And that's actually a stencil from, gosh, a couple months ago. It was in one of our color kits. So I'm definitely using some things from previous hip kits. I'm going to pull out another stencil later on that's from a few kits ago as well. So I'm going to use that Insta-Fun Project Life card, and I love the little pink frame on it, and so I'm going to use that as part of the frame around the left side of my picture there. And I want to add a little bit of layering, so I'm going to come in with this Amy Tan, I think that's Amy Tan pattern paper there, and then this black and white paper, and I'm drawing a blank. Is that pink paisley? I can't remember. I will double check and let you know. But it's black and white dots on one side and then that really giant text on the other side. And the yellow strip at the bottom of that pattern paper is actually the barcode, but I wanted to leave it on there, and so I cut just a little bit off of the other end of the paper to make it the 12 by 12. Now this vellum also comes in the cardstock kit, and so I just pulled out some of that and folded it up to give some dimension behind the picture, as well as another little layer there. And I really love using the Project Life cards on my layouts. I don't do Project Life, but they make excellent embellishments and layers and just pieces of your layout. They work really well. I just took my X-Acto knife there and kind of sliced that little details, I think it says details, on that yellow Project Life card so I could layer the little banner piece over the other cards like that. That pink washi tape, it's got gold stripes on it, that was in last month's, one of last month's kits, and so The bright pink matches perfectly, so I'm going to add that in just a little bit at the bottom to bring in some of that pink. And that little label sticker that I added is from this Amy Tangerine sticker book here. And there are so many cute little stickers in there. I go back to that a few times, as well as the Chamel chipboard pieces here. I really, really want to use this yellow sunburst frame. And I do wind up using it, but I wind up cutting it. I hope this doesn't make you cringe, but yeah, I cut it so I could just use a piece of it. I didn't actually want to use it as a frame. I just wanted to use it as an embellishment. And so that's why I cut it. And I will still use the other side of it as well. Not on this layout, but coming up in another one. Now I'm going to use an Admit One ticket because we were at a concert. And every time we get together, we have to do goofy selfies, and we do funny ones, and we make faces, and then we wind up cracking up laughing. And it's just funny because our mom is in the picture, and you never know who's going to be smiling and who's going to be making a serious face. And my sister looks like she's crying, but she's really laughing, and I'm making a goofy face with my eyebrows up because that's what I do. And then my mom looks like it's a mugshot. She's looking all serious, and it just every time we see this picture, we start laughing. So it's just one of those funny moments. Now this blue gelato is from my stash, and so I wanted to bring in some darker blue color. And so I'm just going to add this around the areas where I already added in that light blue shimmers. Because there are some royal blue elements in the paper and in the embellishments and stickers this month. There's actually a pack of those thickers that are the circle thickers with the white lettering on it, and they are that really pretty royal blue, almost purplish tint to them. And I am going to use some of those on this page. So I'm going to add in a little bit of bright blue thread here to the left of the picture. And that's mainly for just another pop of blue and just to give it a little bit of interest there and texture. So I decided this is the next day. I ran out of time and got tired, so I let it sit overnight and came back the next day and decided that I needed some more black and white. Since I had that strip at the bottom, I cut little pieces and just I'm going to add little hints of it at the top and at the bottom of that big Project Life card. And I love how that looks. It's also pulling the black and white from the picture. And so the more layers I add, the more I wind up covering up all of that paint in the background. So I kind of just add it as I go. That's the good thing about the water brush and gelatos, or actually any of these products I'm using, even the shimmers, is you can use the water brush because it's got a really, really sharp point, and you can just put a little tip of water and then you can just smudge it underneath your layers and make it look like it's coming out. Because, you know, that's the thing about mixed media, is if you make your background first, there's a really good chance that you're going to cover a lot of it up. And I don't like to do that. So if I do cover it up, I like to go back and add more. I'm going to handwrite my date this time, and I also added that cute little Fabulous tab up above the picture. That's from Pink Paisley. It's from the ephemera pack from the C'est La Vie collection, and that's in the kits. Everything here is included in the kits. These are also Pink Paisley. They're really, really pretty cork hearts with flecks of shiny gold mixed in. Super pretty. And I tried to play around with this little Chamel chipboard flower, but I just could not make it work, so I wind up not using it. It just didn't look right on top of that heart. And I also really wanted to use this, but I wind up not using it. I hadn't done my title yet, and I knew that I wanted to use a lot of those thickers for my title in that area, so I decided not to go with that triangle strip. So I pulled out all the thickers I want to use. There's so many opportunities for titles this month. You've got that Maggie Home Blooms clear and black and gold sticker sheet. You've got several packs of thickers. I did some stitching there off camera with just some black thread. I went around that 4x6 Project Life card, and I did some stitching around the edges and down at the bottom. I could not figure out what my title was going to be, but I knew that I wanted to take advantage of some of these thickers. And so these are the black foam thickers. And so I wanted to use Hooray. They're the bluish purplish ones. They're more blue than purple, but they're a really unique shade of blue. Definitely wanted to pull those in. So for lack of a better title, it's going to be Hooray for Hilarious Moments, because the moment was hilarious. It was one of those moments you just had to be there. If you would have been there, you would have laughed right along with us. We were being giddy and silly, and so there's my title. I used 3 different kinds of thickers and those little black circles from the Amy Tan sticker pack. And I stitched through all of them. Now this is the other past color kit stencil that I was referring to in the beginning. It's got those little plus signs on it. And that bright pink Dazzlers also came in a previous kit. It's called Pucker Up Pink. It's just like the yellow that we got this month, except it's bright pink. And I am using this one as a texture paste. I'm just sticking it down and using my palette knife and smudging it through the open spots there. I just wanted to add a little bit more pink, and that bright pink color was the perfect shade. And I just wanted to say I love the thicker, I love all the thickers this month, but the word that I've got hilarious there, those are Chamel. Those are from the Chamel line. Those are so pretty. The colors are just so fun, and they matched this perfectly. I was so excited to put those down on a page because I had not used those yet, so I'm definitely going to use them again. So this is a pink gelato from my stash. I just wanted a little bit more watercolor effect, and I wanted it to be pink, and so I'm just kind of going over the Dazzlers area with this pink. And the Dazzlers do take a little bit of time to dry, so keep that in mind. They do work okay with the heat gun, so if you need to dry them quickly, you can use the heat gun on it. I'm going to add some black thread behind my little Admit One ticket, just because I like it. And I am going to add some pop dots to it because, just because. I feel like I need a reason for everything, and sometimes there's really no reason except for just because I like it. More of the Chamel chipboard stickers. These are little teeny tiny stars. And this is the Dear Lizzie, what are these called? Sentiment stickers, I guess. And there's some really, really cute sayings on this. Good times. Remember this right now. Yup, this is great. I just kind of play around with where I want them all to go. I didn't want to take up the space underneath the word hilarious to the left of moments, because that's where some of my journaling is going to go. And that cute arrow came from the Amy Tan sticker pack. And I just keep adding. There's so many cute little odds and ends. I just wanted to keep adding things to it. I'm just going to trim that little label sticker up because I didn't want it to be too wide. And we're getting close to the end here. I'm going to draw a couple of lines and add in a couple of sentences here for my journaling. And the last thing, as usual, I'm going to come in with some color shine in black. And I believe that's going to wrap it up. This was really fun to put together. I love reliving this memory of this event with my mom and my sister. So I really like how it turned out. I love the bright colors. Those thickers are so fun. I hope you have those because they're amazing. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I did or any of these techniques or any of these products. Make sure you check out the Hip Kit Club at hipkitclub.net. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.